Welcome back, everybody. It is my pleasure to introduce you to Sylvia Stephens. Ms. Stephens is running for City Council. This is your first jump into local politics, per se. Give us a little bit of a background of just to get to know you a little bit more.
Absolutely. I'll be happy to do that. First of all, I am a World Missions pastor. I've done World Missions in it's been 30 countries. As a matter of fact, it's been a great experience. I have a Bachelor of Career Arts degree in Applied Business Administration from Dallas Baptist University as of May 1987. And I already had a lot of experience career-wise when I went into that program, so I got a lot of college credit for life and career experience.
How long have you been a resident here in Amarillo?
I have been a resident here in Amarillo since July 2023.
Okay. So you moved in. What was it about it that you decided, hey, I want to run, I want to put my name in the hat?
That's an excellent question, Andy. I have been very involved in politics, in my community, changing laws and policies, a lot of times advocating for people, and people have tried to get me to run for public office for many years. And I would tell them no. I was doing very well working on my own. I didn't need a title or position to do that. However, I found out that in some cases I can do even more in a certain position. I was extremely effective there in the Portland, Oregon area. I was born and raised in Dallas, Texas, but I moved to the Portland area for several years. And then I came back home to Texas in December 2022 into Amarillo, July 2023.
So what brought you to Amarillo?
I had a situation, a personal situation in my life, and people told me, Ms. Stephens, it would be good for you to come to Amarillo, and so I did that.
All right, Ms. Stephens, you are here now. What is it that you see at City Council where you feel like you want to make some changes?
I would rather say not so much focusing on changes with the City Council, but improvements that I would like to see in the city of Amarillo.
Okay, well, let's talk about that.
Okay, yeah, the only reason I am running for City Council is because I feel like I have a lot to offer the city of Amarillo in improving my life and the life of many people here in the city. First of all, I would like to see an increase in public safety, which we often see a lot of places. I don't think an area can be too safe. So I have come up with 2 public safety plans that I have talked to key people in the Amarillo Police Department about. I have extensive experience with police officers, several of them in different departments, and I've started doing things with the Amarillo Police Department. For one thing, I am a graduate of the 33rd Amarillo Citizens Academy as of November 2024. So right now we are giving and taking information from each other about these plans. It's the very early stages, but we have met about them, and I would love to see them come to pass in Amarillo and partner with the Amarillo Police Department in doing that.
Having moved to Amarillo in 2023, what is it that you love about Amarillo?
Many of the same things I love about the South. I love the people, I love the food, and I love the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, you're good in my book on that. At least we have that coming. We must be long-suffering Cowboy fans together.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about, in terms of overall, where people can go to get a little bit more information, if they want to get to know you, if they have any questions for you.
That sounds great. If you go to my Facebook page, you have to type in Sylvia Elaine Stephens in Amarillo, Texas to bring up the correct page. It'll give you a lot of information about me, many pictures. It'll show several of my credentials. My entire resume is there. All of my contact information. It will tell you a lot about me. Sylvia Elaine Stephens in Amarillo, Texas.
Okay, I'm going to give you an opportunity just to look at the camera. I want you to tell the people of Amarillo, you can look at camera 1, tell them who you are, what you're running for, and why they need to vote for you.
Good afternoon, Amarillo. I am Sylvia Elaine Stephens. As a matter of fact, that's Pastor Sylvia Elaine Stephens. I am running for City Council Place 4, and I'm only doing that because I feel like I have a lot to offer the city of Amarillo. First of all, I would like for people to know that I have a public safety plan, and with that public safety plan, as a matter of fact, I have 2 of them. I've spoken with the Amarillo Police Department about them, and I'm looking forward to partnering with the department in carrying those plans out. I also would like to see restructuring of the tax system all the way from the local level to the federal level. And I have an excellent plan for doing that as well. I will be having meetings with key people starting on the local level. As a matter of fact, I have a meeting with an important person in the tax department here in the city of Amarillo on the 4th of April. And through that person, I will also be meeting with people on higher levels, including on the federal level regarding that. Another thing that is very important to me, and let me talk a little bit more about the tax restructuring real quickly. I've been a Texas real estate agent and mortgage loan officer. I've also been a real estate investor. And I would like to see some restructuring in terms of taxes in relation to real property. I have some great ideas on that. So that is one point that I would like to point out in that category. And that makes me think too about the fact that I have a great recycling plan. I'm very big on clean, safe, beautiful neighborhoods. I have an excellent recycling plan that I know will be beneficial, and I think it will be very well liked, and I've seen it work in other cities. Last but not least, in speaking about cleaning up and improving and recycling, that goes along with neighborhood beautification. And I have seen a need for a lot of that here in the city of Amarillo, and I want to play a big part in that. So another thing on my platform is to improve neighborhoods here in Amarillo, but do them to the point where it does not increase the property values, which has a lot to do with an increase in the property taxes. And we'd also like to leave a lot of affordable housing in those neighborhoods, and I have also seen that work well in other places.
I want to drill down before we sign off here about affordable housing. And you're not the first person that has told me about the need for that here. How big of a need do we have in Amarillo?
I think it's a tremendous need, and I've seen it all over the world, not just in the United States. I think it's a huge need. I talk to people all the time, and more often, they tell me I cannot afford my rent or my mortgage anymore. It's a huge need. How often do I hear that? About 3 out of 4 people that I talk to.
And with your background in real estate, you know all the things that go into it.
Absolutely.
It's hard for those first-time home buyers to get in, especially with the property values going up, the interest rates are going up, the insurance rates are going up. It's tough.
I hear that all the time too. And it's not just that. It's the fact that the pay scale is not keeping up with the cost of living. That's a huge factor involved as well. And in fact, that's number one, because if you're going to buy a house, the first thing is you have to meet the income requirement. Mm-hmm. That's number one.
The income requirement, and then you've got closing costs. You've got down payment on a simple home. You're looking taxes. At $20,000 just to get into it and get started.
Absolutely. You got taxes. You've got fees. There's a lot involved. You need to have appraisals done, and the list just goes on. Inspections. I recommend also surveying the land, and so the list just goes on and on. But it starts with the income requirement, and they do check it very thoroughly. And generally, they like for you to make at least 3 times what your rent or mortgage will be. That's a lot.
Yeah, it is tough. Is there anything that we haven't talked about that you want to dive into?
I think those are the most important things, the things that I just spoke about.
All right, and now we have to get you to the ballot box, and here's what we're going to do. The election is on May 3rd. Again, where can they go to get more information about you?
please go to Sylvia Elaine Stephens in Amarillo, Texas. Go into your Facebook account and type that in the search engine, and it should bring up my Facebook page.
Sylvia, it has been a pleasure to get to know you a little bit more. Thank you for your courage and wanting to serve the people of Amarillo.
Thank you. It's been great to be here.